Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all the wonderful folks out there. Hope you're having a great and wonderful day. Here it's a super windy March. Very, very windy. Well, today I wanted to bring to you something that I used to, well, I haven't for a long time, but there for a while I'd take a box of about 50 rounds and go out and plink around out there on the old Target and have some fun. And I picked this up at the gun store one day, and here it is. It's a 22 long rifle. As you can see, she's all empty. And of course, you know, we just did the Cattleman, looked at the Cattleman, and this is basically the same kind of firearm. It's made by Heritage Arms. They come with all kinds of different cool grips. You can buy lots of different grips and change the grips out and put all kinds of stuff on them, and that's basically what makes them all somewhat different, other than some of them got the bronze area and then black and different colors like that. But this is the Freedom since 1776 handles is what those are, and it's a pretty cool little 22 pistol. And obviously, with this, is like anything else, you got to be 21 years old to purchase one. So, yep. And the thing about these new models, if you're looking for historically accurate, you're not going to get it, because they have this here, fire when it's down and don't fire when it's up. It's got a bar that goes across the hammer. It has a safety on it, so it surely does have a safety that flips up and down, so she won't go off for you when the safety's on. And a lot of times you forget to turn that off when you're shooting it too, and it's like, what is going on? And you can get an extra cylinder for it that's doesn't have the pleats in it, like so. It's a solid cylinder, and it shoots the 22 magnums, I guess you call them. That's what they are, 22 magnums. And they'll shoot those. And this will shoot 22 magnums too, but I got to change out the cylinder. It has a special cylinder for it. But it's a very nice piece, and it's very affordable. You can get these for, oh, I've seen them anywhere from 100 to 100 and between 1 and 200, somewhere in there. 169, 129, 139, 109, 89, 99. I mean, yeah. It's a very nice piece, and this is not like a guest star. This here is my own personal piece of history. I have a nice holster for it too, but I didn't drag it out, so I thought I would show that to you. The old Heritage 22 long rifle, very nice piece of equipment from Heritage Manufacturing, and I don't know where they're at exactly. They're around here close somewhere. They might even be. Yeah, it says Georgia. Another piece out of Georgia. Bainbridge, Georgia. So I believe she's made in the USA. So that's probably why it's lower cost, because they don't have all them import fees and all that stuff going on it. So, and if you don't like that, get you one of these, mate. Yes, you can shoot this, right? Yeah, yes, there you go. Well, that looks like a cannon. It sounds like a cannon when she goes boom. There's some old videos on that I did. I shot it one time, and I want to shoot it again. One of these days I'm going to get her done. But meanwhile, oh yeah, and I took in, if you look at the sight here, see that white on there? That don't come that way, it's all black. I got some glow-in-the-dark fingernail polish that's white, and I painted that on there. So I could get a little better on the sighting, right? A little better on the sighting, Mr. Ed? Yes. So, but it's a nice piece. Got the short barrel. So I thought I'd show it to you. See what you thought, huh? Yep. Yeah, you can spin the old cylinder. Now, to my understanding, now watch the guy do it, and he fanned it. Pow, 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 pow. And they say you can break them doing that. And I wouldn't want to break her because she's too pretty, right? But from my studies, I was looking into that, and there, somehow or another, there's a different cut on this cylinder. Some kind of a different cut. I don't know if it's bigger or wider or what it is, but the guns are especially cut, these single actions, because that's what this is. It's a single action. Is all it is. Specially cut on the cylinder for that very purpose. So, yep, for that very purpose, they are cut, so you can fan them, and then they don't break. They're fanning pistols, and it's I don't know. That's all I know. I read about it, said it was a special cut on the old cylinder, makes you able to fan them. Otherwise, you can risk breaking your firearm or your hammer or messing it up somehow or another. And like I said, I don't want to do that. She's just too pretty. Another historical piece, except it takes the cartridges, 22 long rifle, so you gotta be 21 years old to buy one, right? All right, but I guess you can go in the military at 18 and handle all kinds of stuff, right? But you have to be 21 when you get out to get a pistol. It doesn't make any sense to me. So in my opinion, which is like, well, we won't say, yeah, just the picture ain't right, you know. You're handling way more things, more powerful things than that, let me tell you. But it's fun to get out and shoot and pluck around with, but it's not quite the entertainment that the muskets and stuff are, right? I didn't have me hair styled for the cowboys because I couldn't make up what video I was going to do, and I did one on the cattlemen's, the Uberti cattlemen's, and well, I wore a tricorn hat, and as I watched it back, I thought it just made it kind of weird and odd, you know. I didn't have the right hat for the right timepiece firearm, but you would do that, eh? And now I don't got the right hairstyle for the right time, but I got the right hat, do, right? Hey, he's got the right hat, he do. Yes, he do. All right, so I thought I'd do that real quick and take a look at that. And say, oh, you're grasping for things to put on the internet for your videos, eh? Well, you know, it seemed like I went over everything pretty much. I mean, I think I've showed you about everything I got here and there one time or another. You know, we've looked at all kinds of fantastic historical reproduction firearms. I don't have the originals. Ooh, man, somebody must be telling me off. My nose is itching. They say you got an itchy nose. Somebody's talking about you. Uh-oh. So, yeah. But I thought you might enjoy that. And I'm still working on and haven't got it started. And I had a chance to pick up a lot of hardware and I didn't. And it was a thrift store. And unfortunately, they sold all the hardware on me before I went back to get it. So, I didn't get a hold of it because I was working on a carriage for this here extremely heavy cannon barrel, huh? Yeah. That's fun to shoot. Takes oh, I didn't know. I suppose I would think a half a shot glass measurement or a full shot glass would be probably twice as what you need. But it's yeah, I'd say about 80 grains of powder, maybe 100, somewhere in there in that thing, and as much bread as you want to pack down in her. Right on top of it. It doesn't shoot any, it's a signal cannon, so it doesn't shoot projectiles. But I don't see where you couldn't shoot a clay ball out of it. You know, I don't see anything happening there. Matter of fact, I don't know if you could shoot anything you want to out of it. It's a pretty solid piece of metal. But it's a signal cannon, so just remember that it's only for signaling. It's a blank. It goes with powder and a loaf of bread, eh? No, not a loaf, but at least a slice or a half a slice. And that's what you put in there, and then you light her, and she goes boom. So it makes a big old popping noise as you do. But yeah, got to checking out that Uberti cattleman's, looking at it, and then the old fever came back for the old heritage. And like, I need to go shoot that. But it's got engraving all over the barrel. Says a bunch of stuff, you know. on there. I'd have to grab me glasses real quick to read it. Maybe I should read it to you. Oh, goodness. Old glasses. What does it say on there? You know, it's in black. Everything's in black. Even with glasses, I can't really make it out. 22 caliber Heritage Rough Rider 22 caliber. And then it's got a bunch of writing underneath the bottom of it, but I don't know what all it is. I can't read it. That's a bad thing when you get older. Your eyeballs start going. I've never had to wear glasses before, so it's tough for me. I always forget to put them on. I'll be sitting there, I can't see that. Well, you know what? If you hand me something, I look at it, hand it back to you and say, okay, and then put my glasses on, chances are I didn't read it. So, but yep, it's a cool piece. The old, I want to do, it's Heritage. Yes, I keep, all of a sudden it's my brain saying Access Heritage. Nah, this did not come from where the muskets come from, right?
What do you mean it didn't come where the muskets come from?
It comes from Heritage Firearms, all right, in Georgia. Maybe it does. Maybe they're connected. Who knows? You never know. Sometimes things are connected. You don't know it. Yay! Who knows, huh? You have to look all that stuff up. But yes. Yep. I believe it said Heritage Manufacturing Company. So, but it's a nice one, and you can get them all over the place. They got them all over, and you can collect different. You can actually get one pistol and buy a whole bunch of different grips. There's a one screw. You just take that little screw out. I do believe this one here looks like it could have a pin or something, and it might be a little more. Nah, it's a screw. You take them screw out. You can change them grips off and put on different ones. Yep. And you can buy them on eBay, and you can buy them in different places, and all the different heritage handle grips, and they are pretty cool. Pretty cool. That is a cool handle grip, is it not? The Freedom since 1776 grips. For some reason, that just appealed to me. Some of the grips are made out of different materials. You can get white ones, you can get green ones, pink ones, any kind of grips you want. They make all kinds of stuff. They got the Don't Tread on Me grips, they got the Freedom grips, they got black pearl, they got white pearl, they got swirly ones, pink. There's just a multitude of different types of grips that you can get for one of those pistols and change them out, making it look like you got 100 different pistols, eh? But really, you only got one. And the grips run, I'm going to take a guess. I haven't looked for a long time, but I'm going to think you're probably going to cost you at least 20 bucks, I would say. Maybe sometimes more or less, depending on where you're shopping, I guess. But you can find them sometimes real reasonable. And then you'll be able to change your grips. And you feel like you're shooting something different, right? It'll have a different feel to it because they got all kinds of different designs in them. Some grips are pretty nice, and some of them are kind of cheapy. So it depends on the color of your firearm and stuff too, as to what grips look the best on them. So, and I like the copper or the bronze frame, and then everything else is black. I think that's pretty cool, and with the brown, I like that real well. So, and I think the extra cylinder for these, you could order it when you purchase it from your gun store and fill out all your background stuff. You fill out the background material, apply for the firearm. If it's granted to you and you pass the background check, then you'll have a thing in the box that'll let you go straight to the manufacturer and get the Magnum cylinder for, I think, like 20 bucks or something. You can buy it extra. There are a few of them that come with it, but not very often. Usually you can just order it extra. You can find them online in other places too, but they usually cost a whole lot more than they do from the manufacturer. So I'd recommend you, when you get one, that you order your Magnum cylinder in case you want to shoot those. Those are more expensive. They make a whole lot more noise because you know how long a 22 long rifle is? Well, these Magnums are more like that. You know, they're a lot longer. So I guess you'll have a little more speed or something behind your bullet. But those Magnums cost a lot more, so you'll spend more money for Magnum shells unless you get a good deal somewhere.
We're always looking for a good deal now, ain't we?
Yes, that's right. So hopefully you had fun watching this. He said, "Oh yes, I enjoyed that very much, Mr. Ed." Well, that's good. I'm glad you did. And I enjoyed bringing it to you, huh? I had to throw that cannon in there, that cannon barrel, just for a twist and a spin, right? It's like, man, we was looking at the Heritage Manufacturing 22 long rifle pistol, and all of a sudden the cannon popped out, man. Did I scare you? I scared myself, I'll tell you that. So, yeah, I think sometimes it's your nerves and stuff get to you when you're playing around with these things, right? It's like, I'm a little bit nervous, right? So don't forget your ear protection. If there's something that you haven't invested in that I think is a great investment and you can't go wrong for what you pay, could be $50. It's a Walker headphone set, and you put those on, and they got volume on them, and they're amplifiers. So when it hears a loud noise, it shuts off. But otherwise, it's like wearing a what do they call those things? One of them spy ears, because down the range or whatever, people talk and you can hear them just like they're right beside you. I can hear all kinds of stuff with that thing outside that you can't normally hear. So when you got them on, because it's amplified, and then boom, and it locks up, and then it protects your ears. And so the Walker headphone set's great because you can talk and communicate and everything if everybody's wearing them. And I found the Walker brand. I'm pretty sure that's what they are. I probably should have checked before I started running my mouth on it. But I think that, and they're better. It's a better brand than the other ones I had. The other ones I had, I can't remember exactly what they are, but they were a lot cheaper. So, and it obviously it showed in when you were out, as far as the hearing and stuff goes with them. But they were pretty cool, and you got to have a set of those. If you don't, you're going out shooting and stuff to protect your ears. Get you a pair of those amplified noise canceling headphones from Walker. Is what the ones I like. Those I've only tried on a couple different pairs or so, and the Walkers seem to be the pair to have. So if you're going to put the investment in, you might as well get a better product, right? That's what I say. So I highly recommend them for hearing protection. Yes, and then of course safety glasses. Be sure and get your safety glasses. Get you some real nice safety glasses to wear. Those Magnum shells that you shoot out of these things, you got to remember all the gases and stuff blow out the side here. I've had some pretty painful specks of stuff come back into my face when shooting Magnums out of one of these. I mean, there's some blowback and stuff, and you'll feel it. And don't think it'd be good if you got that blowback, whatever it might be, into your eyes, because I've had it happen, and it stings on the old skin. It's got to be a hot speck of powder or something. I don't know. Maybe it's a little trim of lead. Who knows? It could be, because this cylinder has to line up exactly with that barrel, and if there's anything that's not quite lined up, there's going to be a problem. And that's probably where you're going to get into trouble if you're trying to fan it, because the cylinder, if it cracks it off before it gets totally lined up with the barrel, you're going to have a lead splitting contest, right? That's probably why that's a bad idea. So, but yeah, you always want to check, make sure they're good and tight and snug. But they're just there's very little play in there. But if you would catch it just right, where it could shave off a little bit of lead, it could bring it back to you. So safety glasses are very important when you're playing around with those. So that's highly recommended, huh? Very high. So, but yeah, it's pretty nice. That's where you load her up at, right there. And it sometimes it'll jam on me, and I got to stop and take it apart. And then of course you got this little push rod, like same as a Cattleman's. You push out the empty shells. Sometimes some of them 22 long rifle rounds, the brass, they can get stuck in there pretty darn good. They're hard to get out. So, And then I clean it with a bore snake, the 22 long rifle bore snake, got a little wire on it and stuff, and it's yay long, and I wrap it all around there and run it in and out and stuff and clean it all up. So it was convenient for me to grab a hold of too, because I've been going to shoot it for months and I just never have went out and did it yet, but maybe I'll do her. So I think 22 rounds will run you about probably 10 or 12 cents last time I looked. I don't know what they are nowadays. They had come out with a bunch of other firearms that were semi-automatic, I guess, that shot 22, like AR-22s or something like that. So people was buying them up because they go out there and just just play with them and whatever. And so I think that made the 22 prices go up. They got more popular with those more modern firearms coming onto the scene. I don't know. Oh no, it's just my speculation, you know.
I don't know how to speculate. He's a fool.
Well, I might be a fool, an old fool at that, right? Well, don't let him fool you out there. The world's out to grab you and give you a good push to the old neck. Make some chicken pot pie out of your hind end, eh? That's what they like to do. So don't let it happen to you, right? And this is Old Ed.
Old Ed, coming to you from wherever.
Cyberspace. Yeah, that's where.
Wait, cyberspace, eh?
That's right, cyberspace. Hey, if you ain't doing nothing, watch a good old Western. One of them real slow ones. Sit there and watch it. Eat some chips. Drink a coffee. I've had my coffee this morning. I'm going up and get me some more, eh? Yes, he is. And he went out and he fixed his hair and give it the old colonial touch, eh? Yes, he did. Colonial touch. I look like my dad, George Washington. And, yeah. So, that's right. Father of me country. Proud of me country, I is. All right. Well, I hope everybody's having a great time. And, yeah, I'm going to sign off. I've got way too much time on here. I don't know where the time goes when I start doing these videos. I keep saying I got to keep it down to less than 10 minutes. And it's like I just keep going on and on and on. Yeah. So I'm sure somebody enjoys it. If not, if nobody else enjoys these videos, I do, because I'll watch it back and I'm just like, oh man. Because, you know, it's one of them things, you know. So, and sometimes you feel like you're repeating yourself over and over and over and over again. But hey, maybe we are, right? Different time, same stuff. We'll see you next time. I hope you're having a great day, and may Jehovah God in heaven bless all of you in the Lord of Jesus Christ's name. He died for our sins on the cross, and so we could be forgiven. Amen.